Hello. Hello. Hi. Hi. What's going on? How's it going? How are you guys? Oh, dang it. I didn't go live on... There we are. Now we're live. Hello. Right. Ken Folk, hello. What's going on? Hey, Taylor fan. It's the... Yes, Brad. Hello. What's going on? My name is Aubrey. Welcome. Gotta make sure I'm not gonna fall into the grate. That happened once.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it was while I was streaming too.
Oh my.
It was quite entertaining, to say the least. But I was very surprised.
Yeah.
But hi, this is Barbara Cloyd. We will tell you a little bit more about her later, and she's gonna play some music. We're gonna take turns playing music. That's what we do on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hi Mom! My mom's here too. Hi Grandizer. All kinds of people. Hello, welcome. Good to see y'all. I'm gonna start off with a song called Nothing Civil.
Okay.
It's the title track to my first album, and Brad, thank you for the super hearts. Baby's got a badge of honor right across her pretty cheek. Baby got it from her lover. The drinking made him weak. He kisses her and leaves his poison lingering upon her lips. It makes her leaving legs go frozen all the way up to her hips. And I wake up in the morning with an echoed voice in the wind, begging for mercy as the day brings battle again. 'Cause there ain't nothing civil about a civil war. Broken bottles on the kitchen floor, and fighting only makes it worse. 'Cause the talking turns to screaming when their ears are closed. They will burn before they'll ever see the truth unfold. And sooner or later, they're gonna need a hearse. 'Cause there ain't nothing civil about a civil war. Ain't nothing civil about a civil war. Yeah, harmony, hell yeah. Ooh, the neighbors hear the china shatter. They don't wanna get involved. They don't think it really matters till the police have been called. And I wake up in the morning with an echoed voice in the wind. Go about their business, 'cause it's not their battle to end. 'Cause there ain't nothing civil about a civil war. Broken bottles on the kitchen floor, and fighting only makes it worse. Thanks, Ken Folk. 'Cause the talking turns to screaming when their ears are closed. They will burn before they'll ever see the truth unfold. And sooner or later, they're gonna need a hearse. 'Cause there ain't nothing civil about a civil war. Ain't nothing civil about a civil war. Silence falls like a flag on the ground as they carry her body through that quiet time. 'Cause there ain't nothing civil about a civil war. Broken bottles on the kitchen floor, and fighting. 'Cause the talking turns to screaming when their ears are closed. They will burn before they'll ever see the truth unfold. And sooner or later, they're gonna need a hearse. 'Cause there ain't nothing civil about a civil war. 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 Thanks. Taylor fan. Thanks, Trev, for the super hearts. somebody else gave super hearts earlier and I couldn't see what their name was. So I was like, I want to say your name and say thank you, but I don't want to get it wrong. Holy moly, Taylor fan. Holy moly. SA2LO, thank you for the super hearts.
Okay, what are super hearts?
Super hearts are on Periscope. It's basically the way that
Is
Periscope...
it like the little hearts that float up while I watch you?
Yes. They're the sparkly ones, though. They can... Thank you, Mom, for the super hearts. It's basically the way that Periscope people tip. You know, each super heart is like a few cents or something like that.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and it depends on the heart, too. Some of them cost more than others. But...
All right. Very nice.
Yes. So
I've never been online live before. So.
Well, first time for everything. We've had a bunch of people on this show who've never been live before. We're just hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very casual.
I get it. No, I
even though we dress up for it, but...
Yes, I did. I told her I had to change my clothes 3 times. Cause...
Goodness. Hey, Jeremy. Yeah. So, Barbara Cloyd. Thank you, first of all, for being here with me.
Thank you for asking.
Absolutely.
I do so much with other songwriters that it's always like a big thrill when I get to just be a songwriter.
Mm-hmm. See, and I love, you know, you're like me where you like helping other people as well.
I do.
I mean, you basically made a career out of it.
I have, yeah. And if you go to my website, you can read all about it.
See it's above her head.
It's like magic.
I know.
Yeah.
Awesome. She watched a little bit beforehand.
I did.
I'm pretty
Apparently I'm the only one that ever prepared for the gig, so.
Pretty much.
Or I was the only one probably nervous enough to like actually want to know what I was getting into.
Oh man. Well, you know. Would you mind playing a song for us? Yeah.
All right, this was the title track off my second album.
Cool.
I always say this is a true story that I made up.
Love it.
She dresses like a rock star in clothes she buys at Walmart. She shifts her little Civic like she's speeding in a sports car. She's saving up her tips to make the trip to LA. She's on her way, she's got a plan, you gotta hand it to her. She goes for what she wants and she doesn't think twice. She says, you only get to go around once in this life, and I'm not going along for the ride. I'm gonna drive. Practices her fender in her bedroom in the trailer. Her mama yells, keep it down, girl, you're bothering the neighbors. Her brother hacked her amp to buy some crack. She kicked his ass and got it back. She put the fear in him, she's serious. She goes for what she wants and she doesn't think twice. She says you only get to go She says, so what? Maybe hardly anybody ever makes it, but somebody does. She's got a hot boyfriend. He's the drummer in the band. He's gotta keep his chops up, or he knows he's gonna get canned. 'Cause she ain't gonna stop until the top, and if he wants to come along, he's gotta keep it up or eat her dust. She goes for what she wants and she doesn't think twice. She says you only get to go around know her.
I know her.
I know a few hundred of her.
Yeah.
And some of them are
Especially in this town.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Mom, for the super hearts. Hot seat drive. Right? I love the lyrics. I love the melody. Like, I heard you perform, like, for the first time, not too long ago at Belcourt Taps.
Oh, yeah.
We were in a round together, and I'm
were.
like, oh, I'm in a round with Barbara Cloyd. Cool. Because I already knew who you were, because
yeah.
a lot of people in this town know who you are.
Yeah.
It happens when you work at the Bluebird and.
Yeah, for longer than most of the people in the rounds have been alive, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's, I mean, Garth Brooks played the open mic at the Bluebird. Kenny Chesney,
A lot of people. Hey, Carrie Long! Can we do the Navy song sometimes? Let's go. Absolutely. Hey, Crickalicka. How are you? Straight fire. Yeah, right? Hey, Alice, over on Concert Window. Good to see you. All right. Carrie Long, are you going live at 10 p.m. Central? What's that, your time? 8 p.m. Pacific? Are you going live after this tonight? Let everybody know, because if you are, then they should go follow you anyways. If you're on Periscope, go follow Carrie Long live. She a lot of times will do. She does this show that starts like right as she is. Okay, good. Yes, she does a show that goes live right after this show.
Oh. Cool.
And a lot of the time, it's like a karaoke show, right? So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does karaoke.
She has a lot of fun.
She gets other people or just her?
As far as I know, I haven't really caught a whole lot of it because
Okay.
I usually am saying goodbye to people and.
Gotcha.
But yeah. Oh, hi, that's me. Yes, it is. That's you, Carrie Long Live. Go follow her. Everybody, go follow her right now. All right.
Now, can everybody that is typing things to you, can they read what everybody else is saying?
Yes, and if you're on Concert Window, you
Yeah.
can read the Periscope and YouTube chat right here. Right?
Oh, amazing.
Here. I can't get it right. There it goes. Right there.
Okay.
Everybody actually can see that, no matter what
Nice.
platform they're on, because that's broadcast to everything.
All right.
Karaoke. Yes, because her name's Carrie.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Karaoke is never low-key. That is very true. What's up, Darcy? And yes, I will do sorry, I'm just looking what Crickalooka said. Navy song. Yes. I was just making sure that this was the right one. I'm going to do that right now. Just for you. So this is a true story. Parts of it I made up.
Okay.
But it's based on a true story.
But you can't let the facts get in the way of the truth.
Right. But, so I'll tell you a bit of a backstory behind
Okay.
the song. So this song is called 15 Knots. You like seeing the chat window? Oh, good, Alice. I'm so glad. I did that for you, because I know that people on Concert Window always kind of felt left out, when I was talking to other people on Periscope and stuff. So I don't want you to feel left out. Especially since you've been with us, since the beginning, watching the show for years.
Nice.
She's missed maybe a few shows in years.
That's so cool.
Yeah, Alice is the best. I get to see her in person next week.
Wow. Have you ever met her in person?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I've met her a few times. Actually, she's good friends. Or good friend. I'm good friends with her son, who's in a duo.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, who's in a duo. Do you know? They're in a duo called Witherword. But Ashley Norton and Ed Williams. They used to live in Nashville.
Okay.
But yeah, she's Ed's mom.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I get to see her next week because I am going to be doing a little weekend tour over to Columbia, Missouri for my college reunion.
Did you go to Mizzou?
I went to Stevens College.
Oh, Stevens. Oh. I used to live in Columbia, Missouri,
Oh,
so
did you?
I know about Stevens girls. You want to hear a joke about Stevens girls?
Sure.
Okay. How many Stevens girls does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
Well, just one. She holds it up to the socket and waits for the world to revolve around her.
Oh, snap.
Snap.
Oh, snap. Oh, my gosh.
She's not really like that. But it's a little bit of a snooty school. But an excellent education, I'm sure.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. We had like, you know, women's classes and stuff where we, you know, had like, it was all focused on stuff that women did in history and all that.
Well, it's also really cool to go to an all-female college, too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I did, you know, have guys in the class, too, because I had studied theater, and so they let in a few guys a year to be, you know, the male parts in the shows and stuff. So, sorry. Little digression. Okay. So, the background of this story. It was my sister's ex-boyfriend's dad who told me this. We're good friends. They come to like a lot of my shows and stuff whenever I'm in San Diego, especially house concerts. And he told me this story because he used to be in the Navy. And he was on a ship, a destroyer called the USS Howell. I actually have a hat that he gave me. Oh, no, he didn't give it to me. My dad's friend did, but he was on the same ship, and so he had a couple of those hats, but not at the same time. But anyways, the USS Howell. Yes, true story. So he was on a ship in the middle of the Indian Ocean. It was about after midnight. They were going about 15 knots towards the Philippines, which is about 17.26 miles per hour. Right, Trevor?
Roughly.
Trevor knows what it is. Taylor fan over there. Trevor knows what it is in kilometers per hour as well, because he wants to make sure everybody's included. And Trevor has been watching. He's literally watched every single one of my broadcasts since he started following me on Periscope.
Wow.
Every one. And I broadcast quite a bit, like almost every day. So, yeah. There he goes. 17.26 miles per hour or 27.74 kilometers per hour.
Oh, okay.
It's because this song is called 15 Knots.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, and all of a sudden, the fantail watch, who was watching the back of the ship, started screaming over the intercom. Come to find out, he saw something rise up out of the water, land on the back of the ship, stare at him, and then fly off. Creepy, right? I would not want to have that happen.
No.
So, a few years later, on a different ship with a completely different crew who knew nothing about the previous instance, my friend was the only one on both ships. It happened again. Now, coincidence? Was it a bird? We will never know. Never know. Because if it was a bird, it was a big bird. Because it was apparently a few feet tall.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was like a dark, dense figure.
No LSD involved in this?
They were in the Navy.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they could have smuggled it, I guess, but my grandpa was in the Navy. I know how strict he was, at least.
Yeah, no, that is really... I'm like... I don't believe things like that, but I don't not believe them.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
if it happens to me, I'll believe it.
It's hard to explain. You know, it's hard to, you know, figure out what, you know, I don't know. But didn't know about a Nashville legend. Sorry for referring you as new Loretta. I mean, she kind of is.
Kind of what?
A Nashville legend.
Oh.
You. So, I wrote this song because I told him, like, you know, two things. I said, one, don't go back because we don't want you meeting that thing again, whatever it was. You know? We don't want third time to be a charm because maybe it was looking for him. Or maybe it was...
Sounds like it has something to do with him.
I mean, since he was on both ships and nobody else knew about it. And then I told him the other thing, I'm going to write a song about that. So I did. It's called 15 Knots. I met a man with a shadow on his face, and he asked me for a light and said, mind if I sit here, as he pulled a cigarette from its case. And he told me of his travels and the sights that he'd seen. I sat back as the smoke obscured my view, and I asked him if he'd ever been frightened at sea. He chuckled and cried, if you only knew. 15 knots towards the Philippines on a dark and foggy night. I saw it sitting on the stern in the glow of a flickering light, and I swore it looked straight through to my soul and flew to the sea below. And to this day my mind still screams 15 knots towards the Philippines. With a skeptic's eyes, laughing as I said, no, I don't believe your lies. Though I must admit, it's a story to behold, but it's the tallest tale I've ever been told. 15 knots towards the Philippines on a dark and foggy night. I saw it sitting on the stern in the glow of a flickering light, and I swore it looked straight through to my soul and flew to the sea below. And to this day my mind still screams 15 knots towards the Philippines. I found myself on a dark and foggy night in the arms of the ocean, staring out upon the waves. And sure as I am sitting here telling you today, a figure on the stern was staring my way. Oh, 15 knots towards the Philippines on a dark and foggy night. I saw it sitting on the stern in the glow of a flickering light, and I swore it looked straight through to my soul and flew to the sea below. And to this day my mind still screams 15 knots towards the Philippines. Towards the Philippines.
Ooh, that's good.
Thanks.
Your oohs are like scary.
That's kind of what I...
Yeah, I know.
I planned it that way.
That was really cool.
Yeah, well, it's a ghost story, you know?
I know. I love it.
Yeah. They're fighting over my songs.
They're fighting over it?
Like, it's one of my favorite opera songs. Well, I claim Run Baby Run.
Oh, okay.
They're claiming my songs. Kirkalika. It's like, I already claimed it.
Oh, that's cute.
I love you guys.
So
You're
sweet.
awesome. And yeah, if you're not already following, feel free to give that little follow button a click. I broadcast quite a bit. Every Wednesday is this show where I have a guest artist. It's different every week. Next week I'm actually going to be broadcasting live, hopefully, from St. Louis. They didn't let me do it before, but I was also connected to their Wi-Fi. So if I don't get connected to their Wi-Fi, they may let me do it, because their reasoning was that their their credit card stuff, all their money stuff was connected to their Wi-Fi, and they didn't want anybody hacking into it. So,
are you from St. Louis?
Mm-mm.
No.
Nope. But it's on the way to Columbia, so. And then I'm playing Golconda, Illinois on Saturday.
Cool.
So that's going to be a little different as well for my Periscope broadcasters, because I normally broadcast my gig downtown Nashville on Saturdays. So.
Okay.
Little mini weekend tour.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Okay. So I work with a lot of songwriters, and one time a student was trying to get some feedback on some lyrics from me, and I got to this one and I went, that is the coolest opening line for a song I've ever heard in my life. I said, but I don't quite understand the story that you're trying to tell. So then he told me what story he was trying to tell.
Right.
And I went, that's a great story. And that's the perfect opening line for that song. And then he said, do you want to help me write it? And I'm like, yes, yes.
That's awesome.
I know, because it's so, that's a cool thing about co-writing is you get to put your name on stuff that you didn't have to come up with. So, so thank you to Peter Buckley from Maine for letting me in on this song. It was inspired by his brother, who is a poker player, and he loved it, and he was so good at it that he moved to California where it was legal. And he was doing so well at it that he was driving a Ferrari and living in a penthouse. And then he got hooked on online poker. And when we wrote this song, he was crashing on his brother's couch back in Maine. So these aren't the exact details of his brother's story, but it was definitely the inspiration.
Right.
There's a cowboy praying to a rhinestone Jesus outside of the Taco Bell. His woman bought it at the Elvis Chapel. Now he's clutching it, begging for help. 'Cause she sold a ring to buy a one-way ticket. She's leaving Las Vegas behind. Now he's on his knees, begging Jesus, please make her change her mind. If only she believed in him like she did when they came to town. With all the tips from the double shifts, they worked so they could buy a house. She said, trust me. He said, trust me, girl, I can double that up. And he did it in no time flat. So she said, let's go home. But he said, one more hand. Now there's a flat broke waitress crying like a baby in the back of a Greyhound bus, praying, Lord, please help me understand what happened to the man I love. He was a good hard worker, he was on his way. Now he's got nothing left but that rhinestone Jesus I gave him when I said goodbye outside of the Taco Bell. If only he could see himself and how far down he's come. Jacked up, wild-eyed, coming unraveled at the end of a losing run. Winding up, sleeping in his truck when the rent check bounced again. And when he pawned the title to buy back in the game, she left. So the cowboy's praying to the rhinestone Jesus, help me to win her back. Just one big rush, I can buy her that house and a shiny new Cadillac. Down on his knees in the neon night, he looks crazy as hell. But to the passers-by, it's just a common sight outside of the Taco Bell. There's a cowboy praying to a rhinestone Jesus.
Dang. Yeah, my mom said, first of all, she's like, I love her.
Oh, thank you,
I knew you
Mom.
would, Mom. Yes, bonjour Alain. I saw Alain come in. He's watching from France.
Ooh la la.
I know.
Bonjour.
We have people from all around the world who watch the show. Which
That's
is
so-
cool.
The awesome thing about the internet.
I know, right? Thank you for the super hearts, Mom. Poker is like drugs. Oh my, yep. I called Taco Bell Taco Hell because it puts you through hell the next day.
There's that too.
I mean, you know. Jesus, I love rhinestones. Yes. Okay, all right.
Isn't that just what a gambler would pray to, a rhinestone Jesus?
Ouch. I mean,
Yeah, what else?
totally. I know, right?
Thank you, Peter Buckley.
If you guys want to hear this again, so tomorrow on Twitch, so I used to broadcast this on Twitch as well, but Twitch has this rule for affiliates that they can't multi-stream if they're an affiliate.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I do instead is I do this live here on Periscope and Concert Window and YouTube, and Twitch people will get to see it the next day, and I'll be in the chat talking to people on Twitch.
Oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is fun because then I get to watch it back, and
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's gonna get me actually rewatching the shows and probably help improve it, because when you rewatch stuff, you notice things, and it's like, oh, I should maybe.
Yeah. Somebody filmed me one time doing my little intro for the open mic.
Yeah.
And it was like, and between everything I said,
Oh, no.
And since I've watched that,
Uh-huh.
I don't say on stage at the Bluebird anymore.
Good. Stop from going on. Say, oh, thanks. So, hello, future Twitch viewers. Good to see you guys. Now, at this point in the chat, I'm going to have to write something that rhymes with tomato. I don't know. I just gave myself a task for tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Well, in Nashville, it would rhyme with Barbados.
Oh,
Because in Nashville, we're not too picky about perfect rhymes.
fair. Yeah. Yeah, I totally do all kinds of stuff like that in my songs. I'm like, as long as it's a near rhyme and it like sounds and feels good.
Yeah.
So I want to do this. I was doing we were talking about cool guitar parts earlier before the stream.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to do this one. I wrote this with Steve C. I've written a bunch of songs with him.
I love
Steve
him.
Sabancik, yeah. Yes, I love him. We've written a bunch of songs together. And
I'm one of the few people in the world that actually knows how to spell his last name.
really? Me
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
Me too? Mm-hmm. I know.
Well, we have so much in common.
So, yes. No, he's freaking awesome.
He is. He plays guitar for Jeffrey Steele.
Yeah. And if you don't know who Jeffrey Steele is, educate yourselves.
Yeah.
Because he wrote...
If you've listened to country music in the 90s, you
Yeah.
know who Jeffrey Steele
Yes.
is, whether you know it or not.
Right. What Hurts the Most by Rascal Flatts.
Yes.
He wrote that. Jeffrey Steele is amazing writer.
He was like... He like dominated. It was like everybody... When he started out, they told him, you're just playing 80s rock. You can't... That's not country. It just sounds like 80s rock. And then by the time he caught on, then everybody in the world was imitating him.
Yeah.
He said, and then I heard him at the Bluebird recently, and he said something really funny. He said, there's 5 stages in a songwriter's career.
Mm-hmm.
First, there's, who's Jeffrey Steele? Then there's, have you heard Jeffrey Steele? And then there's, hey, get me some Jeffrey Steele. Then there's, yeah, sounds like Jeffrey Steele. And then there's, who's Jeffrey Steele?
Which one's he at?
I think he's in the, well, I think he was joking about being in the last one.
Right.
You know, it's like he was the flavor of the month for he was the flavor of the decade.
Yeah.
You know, but times change, and now
Yeah.
it's Shane McAnally and Ashley Gorley, and, you know, everybody gets their run.
Yep.
Not
He's
everybody.
a great singer, too.
Yeah.
And, like, just... The man's a beast.
Yeah.
I've seen him live a couple
And
times.
super nice.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
Go
it's
figure.
crazy. I think most of the, the best singer-songwriters and people who, I don't know. Actually,
I think songwriters in general are my favorite people. You know, they're just...
that's why I'm still in Nashville. Because I feel like people here, when I moved here, like, I felt like, people finally got me. Like, people back home, didn't really understand the whole passion for music thing and,
Yeah.
what comes along with it.
I moved here and I'd never been here before, and I didn't know anybody, and I didn't have a job, and I didn't have a place to stay. I just sold everything that wouldn't fit in my Ford Granada and came to Nashville, and all my friends back home were like, "You're doing what?" And then I got here and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, me too. Oh yeah, me too." It's like, okay, I'm home.
All right, so here we go. I wrote this with Steve C. Too many bills and not enough money. Too much work and not enough time. Too many bees and not enough honey. That don't keep me from trying. I lay down when I get tired. Find a place to rest my feet. When it's time to light that fire, strike a match, feel the heat. How am I gonna climb that mountain? Step by step by step. It's right there if I want it, but I'm never gonna get there if I think it's out of reach. Gotta start somewhere. I feel better when I get there. Sometimes I feel like giving up. There's a river out there somewhere, waiting for me to come and fill my empty cup. How am I gonna climb that mountain? Step by step by step. It's right there if I want it, but I'm never gonna get there if I think it's out of reach. Gotta start somewhere. How am I gonna climb that mountain? Step by step by step. It's right there if I want it, but I'm never gonna get there if I think it's out of reach. Gotta start somewhere. Ooh, gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Thanks.
Good chops on the guitar.
Thanks. That took me a while to
Yeah, that would take
really
me...
practice that in, but I kept at it and I'm like, I'm gonna get this.
Yeah. God, I love that song. I love what you say in it, you know?
Thanks.
Because it's not, you know, it's realistically optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
Like you hear people
Yeah.
say, if you dream it, you can be it. You know.
I can dream that I've got, wings coming out of my back.
Right.
But, I mean,
Well, as somebody who's like worked with songwriters and hosted open mics and for many years, no, not everybody can. Just because you dream it doesn't mean you can be it.
Yeah.
I mean, you
it
can
takes-
write songs.
Right.
And you can get better as a songwriter, and you can write songs that touch people's hearts and move them, and you can have amazing community with other songwriters and singers.
Yeah.
Whether you ever make a dime off of it remains, that's the...
It takes hard work. You're right, Ken.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But all the hard... Yeah.
But-
and some luck and some... And
Hard
some
work, luck, and perseverance.
Stamina.
Stamina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, talent, hard work, the ability to build relationships,
Yes. Relationships are
Being-
really important,
being
too.
teachable. And then stamina, because once you have all the 4 in place, you got to wait your turn.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and, passion will help with the stamina. If you have to really have the passion, because if you don't have the passion, ain't nothing going to happen.
Exactly. And learning not to take things personally.
Yeah.
That.
I had to learn that.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Yeah. It's constant.
All right, here's a song it took me forever to learn.
Okay.
Sometimes I get through it without mistakes.
I like
but
how
I like
playing
it well
off of
enough.
each other's.
Yeah. Hate's a real strong word, but it's what I feel after seeing you with her. Cold, how could you be so cold? Smiling at me, acting like we never even happened at all. I know I'm staying mad so I don't lose it. I say I'm glad you're gone, but the truth is you only hate the ones you love. If you don't care, it doesn't hurt that much. I can't let it go, 'cause I can't give you up. You only hate the ones you love. Blame, I'm not blaming her, 'cause I know how you make her feel, and that's what hurts. Time, maybe with some time, I'll stop wondering what you want and what she has that I never got right. I know it's wrong to pray that she breaks you, but then you'd understand what I'm going through. You only hate the ones you love. When you don't care, it doesn't hurt that much. I can't let it go, 'cause I can't give you up. You only hate the ones you love. Someday I'll forgive you, and I know it's really over when I do. You only hate the ones you love. You can't let go, you can't give up. You only hate the ones you love. When you don't care, it doesn't hurt that much. I can't let it go, 'cause I can't give you up. You only hate the ones you love. The ones you love. The ones you love.
Lord. Ugh. How freaking true.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I had that hook for a long time, and then I went to write with my 2 favorite co-writers, and one of them's an artist and young and, all involved in the whole scene in Nashville and just kept falling for the wrong guy and just, finally one day she owned the fact that it hurt her feelings because she really liked him. I said, I think I have the title for this, so.
Man. Ugh, so powerful, right? So powerful for my life right now. Aw, I'm sorry. That was fantastic. Right, Trevor? Sheesh.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We're going to do halftime.
Oh, halftime. Okay.
I'm just going to put my guitar. You can use the stand.
Oh. Such a good hostess.
I keep it on your side so that you can use it.
Nice.
And then I use it myself whenever I'm broadcasting and I forget that I put it there, but then I have to pick it up anyway, so.
Yes.
Yes, so tonight.
I love your microphone.
Thank you. I warned her. I told her that we were going to use this as a microphone. So, Barbara Cloyd.
Hello there.
Is that your real name?
It is my real name.
All right. Barbara Cloyd, where were you born?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. We're going to move this around. By the way, it's Daphne from Scooby-Doo. Which I find was really interesting because earlier on Twitch, Muppets, he has all this trivia and everything, and apparently there's a new Scooby-Doo coming out.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So, anyways, it is so me. She's usually on my dashboard in my car.
Good. Well, I'm glad she came in to join us tonight.
Yeah, I was doing a song, a video. Anyways. You'll see more about that later. We won't talk about that now. So, what was your first instrument?
We had probably piano and then violin. I can't remember which came first.
Okay.
I played violin in grade school, and here's the thing about the violin though.
Yeah.
If you play the guitar and you're okay on the guitar, it's okay.
Right.
There's no okay on the violin. You're either really, really good or don't make people
terrible.
Listen to you. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a violin. I've been learning to play it, but I'm not good yet.
Yeah. Well, when I started in the 4th grade, I had some natural music ability. So like I was just better than everybody else. So I just got used to being better than everybody else. And then by the time I hit high school, all the people that had actually been practicing had kind of left me in the dust.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that happens when when one person practices and the other doesn't.
Yeah. Natural ability will take you so far, and then it won't take you any farther.
Right. So, do you come from a musical family?
No. My mother was a theater major in college and used to direct all the plays at our church, and I was on stage the first time when I was 3 years old singing Frosty the Snowman in my footy pajamas with all the other, what do they call it? I can't even remember, that you go to. The little classes that you go to. Anyway.
Right.
So but she played a little piano, and my dad, I don't think he ever played piano, but he loved to sing. So, there was lots of music in our house, even though they weren't necessarily producing it.
Cool. So, how long have you been at the Bluebird, like, doing your thing?
Well, as I like to say, so long, it's getting hard to lie about my age.
I love that.
I started in December of 1986.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess this is what I'm going to be when I grow up,
Hey, there's worse things for sure.
I still love it,
Good.
I still love it. I've been hosting the open mic that long, and for about 10 years I booked all the early shows there, and 9 years would have been enough. That's a tough job because so many people want to play there, and it's, they developed a system, and then somebody asks how you play, and you start trying to explain the system, and before you can get it out, it's like, but I've done this, and I've done this, and I shouldn't have to jump through all those hoops because I'm really good. It's like, get in line. You and a few thousand people.
Yeah, everybody wants to play there.
They do. But it is an awesome place to play. So
it really is, and the audience is just always great because, they have that rule where, no talking.
No talking. But the other thing is you don't go there unless you want to sit in a quiet room and listen to original music. So the people that are there are really there for you. And it's, I think the few times that I've played the Bluebird, that was like the times when I sold the most CDs of like almost any gig, except for maybe house concerts. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah. She said, one of my teachers told me, one of my vocal coaches said when God hit her with a talent stick, he hit her hard. Then she said, mediocre could get better with talent. Better than talent with practice.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Absolutely.
There's a cool book called Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, and he's a sociologist. And the topic of this book is people who become very successful in their field. And he was trying to analyze what is it that makes people like get to the top of their field. And so he went through across all different fields like mathematics, science, business, the arts, athletics. And one of the conclusions he came up with is that there's a talent threshold. If you don't have X amount of natural ability, you're never going to make it. Once you make the cutoff, it doesn't matter how high above the cutoff you are. It makes no difference whatsoever. After that, other things come into play.
Yeah.
And he also talks about how it's just luck and happenstance that feeds into things. Like he tells a story about Bill Gates, who's the mothers club at his school was really active and they'd made a bunch of money and they couldn't decide what to do with it. So they decided they would buy them time on a mainframe computer. Because back then it was just, a computer as powerful as your phone would take 3 houses full of equipment. So one of his friends figured out that when you logged on, they were supposed to get X amount of time. And he figured out that if you logged on with letters instead of numbers, the computer would log you on, but it didn't know when to log you off because it couldn't read what you'd logged in. Right. So he got to spend all this time. So what would have happened if the mothers decided to buy new uniforms for the baseball team?
Right? Yeah. Man. Dang. My mom wants to meet you.
Oh, okay.
When you come to Nashville, Mom?
Yeah, come visit Auburn. Where does your mom live?
San Diego.
Oh, maybe I should go visit your mom.
Right?
Much better beaches.
If you go to San Diego, for sure.
I will. Yeah. I will.
Yeah. So, tell us a little bit about your Play for Publishers thing.
Oh, well, it started a long time ago. I had started doing like one-on-one consultation with people. And then Scott Gunner is a publisher I knew. And I said to him, I've been thinking about maybe trying to do some kind of workshop. And he said, well, Chris Oglesby and I have been wanting to get out of town and start listening to writers before they move here and start trying to sound like everybody else. Do you think you could set that up for us? And I'm like, a couple really successful publishers want to listen to some unsigned writers. I think I could find some that would want to come. Yeah.
You think?
So we started doing them out of town, but no matter what town we would do it in, people would apply from all over the country. And so then all the publishers I worked with got too busy to travel. And one guy said one time, why don't you just do it in Nashville? So I realized when I did it in Nashville, I could do it for 3 days and I could have 2 publishers each day. And so the people that were playing would get heard by 6 different publishers instead of 2.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to pay 3 airfares and 3 hotel rooms and all of that. So I've been doing 3 a year in Nashville. The first one was in Atlanta in 2002, and I've been doing 3 a year ever since.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
I invite writers to apply, and I pick about 16 that I think have the most potential, and then I get 2 publishers to come each day for 3 days, and they listen to a song from each of those writers and give them feedback on the craft and the commercial potential of their songs. So it becomes like a 3-day crash course in how to write for basically the commercial country market. It's for people that want to hear their songs on country radio.
Yeah.
And anybody, and if you're not picked, you can still come to what I call audit the workshop. It's a reduced fee, and you just, because listening to all the feedback everybody else is getting, it just
still really
takes,
valuable.
it just takes your writing to another level. And the thing that I love about it is it's accurate information, because it's coming from publishers who sign and develop hit writers, and publishers who are out pitching to the producers and the artists and the record labels on a regular basis, so they know what works and what doesn't. So anyway, I'm very proud of them. I have no modesty about my workshop. So
no, that's awesome.
Yeah, there's one coming up in June, and I'm going to start Monday taking applications.
I remember when I first
find
got
about
here.
it on
Hey,
barbaracloyd.com.
Yeah. And a few years ago, I actually applied for it, I think.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. But it was like, I'd only been here for, not that long. And
Yeah. Well, trust me, you would get in.
Oh.
Your stuff is amazing.
Thank you. Nymeria.
Hello.
Nymeria decided to join us today.
Yes,
Come
we
here.
have a little puppy dog here wagging her tail on my
She doesn't care about me.
No.
She's like, no, I want Barbara.
She likes a little strange. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
All right. Is there anything else that you want to tell them about?
Well, I still write and I still play out. And
by the way, I'd love to write with you sometime.
Oh, let's do it.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. What you have to say and just the way you express yourself, and then I get to hear you sing the stuff that you write. So anyway, I have a bunch of old demos on SoundCloud. I keep meaning to go on there and make it more adorable.
Come on, honey.
Come, she just wants everybody to see her.
Yes.
Say hello. Say hello.
Hello, honey.
Okay. Now get down. Thank you.
Yes.
So you can hear some of my demos on SoundCloud, and you can hear me singing on Reverb Nation. So I have a CD called Drive, and I put it up there. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, final question.
Okay.
If you could be in the world of any cartoon character, anything from
Well, I would have to live in a Disney movie.
a Disney movie.
Yeah, it would probably
Any particular
be,
one?
Well, probably like Snow White, because it's all the beautiful nature that's in there. And, yeah.
Speaking of Snow White. I totally didn't plan that.
I know, but what a nice segue to get another song from Aubrey. I didn't say it because of that. I said it because I was trying to think of something other than Snow White, because I didn't want to.
But it's such like a.
But it's true.
Yeah.
It's just pretty, like all the little birds come to her, and I want little birds to come and land on my hand.
Yeah. Well, awesome.
Okay.
Barbara Cloyd, everybody, look above her head. Above her head. For her website and everything. Yes.
And I have a YouTube channel, so if you're interested in songwriting, I've got all kinds of videos all about songwriting.
I'm going to have to check out your YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's fun. I like to talk. I like to talk about songwriting. So I just turn the camera on and nobody interrupts me. I get to say whatever I want.
Right? No idea. Barbara Cloyd is an amazing force. Super excited Auburn got her here.
Aww.
Yeah, she was the one who told me about your Play for Publishers thing in the first place.
Who did?
My mom.
Amazing.
Yeah, Yeah.
A lot of people's moms find me and send their kids to me.
Yep, I'm sure. The supportive ones, anyway.
True.
Casper the Friendly Ghost is your favorite. Oh, man. Yes. I love Casper. Now I want to go watch Casper. Dang it. All right, so I'm going to do one of my Snow White songs.
Yes.
Since I have two. This one. So I'm pretty sure. Actually, you know what? I might actually do just the regular story that we all know. because I play the vampire one quite a bit, but I really like this one too.
I do too. I
Yeah.
like this one a lot. She played this Monday.
No, I think I played the other one Monday. I played the vampire one Monday.
Oh, you played it on the
Right.
Periscope that I
Yeah.
watched.
So this one is the story that we all know of Snow White, where the evil queen, she looks in her mirror and asks, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" And the mirror, day after day it says that it's her, you are, and then all of a sudden Snow White is the fairest in the land. And because of that, she has the huntsman go to cut out her heart. So, this is from the evil queen's perspective. Am I pretty? The mirror says I am, but am I really the fairest in the land? There's a girl living here with me that someday shall be fairest in the land, fairest in the land. I must be the fairest in the land. She's surrounded by 7 adoring men. It's unfounded, but I'm incensed again. Fairest in the land, fairest in the land. I must be the fairest in the land. What does she have that I don't? I'll take it from her so she won't be fairest in the land, fairest in the land. I must be the fairest, fairest in the land, fairest in the land. I must be the fairest. I must be the fairest. I must be the fairest in the land.
Wow. Well, I love the line about it's unwarranted. Is that what you said?
It's unfounded.
Unfounded. Oh, yes. Isn't
But
that
I'm
just...
incensed again.
I know.
I love not shying away from, in my own stuff, I feel like, because it fits with my whole style and my brand to not worry about words being too big.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely, if you're trying to write for country radio, you have to give them what they want, you know?
Yep.
A lot of people come to Nashville and they want to do what they do. And then they want Music Row to want that. And then when Music Row doesn't want that, they go, oh, they wouldn't know a hit if it hit them in the face. And I just don't say anything.
Yeah.
Because it's not worth it. I made a list here.
Oh, you did?
I did, just so I could decide. I want to do something fun.
Yeah.
I like to be.
I'm trying to remember the first song that I ever heard you sing.
I will play it for you right now.
That's the one then. Thank you guys so much.
I think there should be a special place in heaven for whoever invented electronic tuners.
I know they're great, right?
So in Nashville, if you've ever been to Nashville, there's a strip on, they call it Lower Broad. It's just a Broadway. It runs right into the river. And the last 3 or 4 blocks before you get to the river is just one honky-tonk after another. Both sides of the streets. I mean, on a Saturday night, there's probably, what do you think, 20 bars in those 3 blocks that have music?
Yeah.
At least.
At least.
So, and usually they're pretty amazing,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like if you go on a weeknight, oh yeah, that guy's in George Strait Band and that guy tours with Alan Jackson and that, it's just amazing because musicians like to play.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if they're in town, they just assume
Well,
be playing is not be playing.
Exactly,
So.
and especially if that's how they make their living, you know? Especially if they're not on tour at the time.
That's true. That's true.
And they're
But
definitely-
even the ones that make good money on tour,
Yeah.
they'd just rather play.
So why not?
That's what I like to tell myself.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you go down to Lower Broad and you're having a little too much fun and the bars are starting to close and maybe you ought not be getting in your car at that moment, you can just walk up the hill a little ways, up First Avenue, and then it turns into Hermitage. And right after it does, there's a little place called the Hermitage Cafe.
Yep, I've been there a few times.
They're open 10 to 10. 10 at night till 10 in the morning. Don't bother bringing your credit card. They only take cash. And it kind of makes Waffle House look like a 4-star restaurant. But it's a great place, and so we wrote a song about it.
It's awesome.
The waitress tucks a couple bucks between her double D's. The fry cook's flipping pancakes, singing R&B off key. That couple in the corner booth really ought to get a room, but hey, that was me last week. There's a drag queen wiping black streaks off a prom queen's face, telling her, you know he wasn't worth it anyway. They walk in wearing cowboy boots, stilettos, loafers, tennis shoes. Everybody's welcome in this place. This is where we all go when we don't want to go home. We slide into vinyl booths and load up on greasy food. There's nothing you can hide underneath fluorescent lights, but we're all drunk, so it's alright. Come on in, they're open all night. Keep filling up my coffee cup, I ain't leaving yet. I'm talking like we're best friends to somebody I just met. Swapping stories, bumming smokes, and cracking up at dirty jokes. Beats crawling into an empty bed. So this is where we all go when we don't want to go home. We slide into vinyl boots and load up on greasy food. There's nothing you can hide underneath fluorescent lights, but we're all drunk, so it's alright. Come on in, they're open all night. We don't care who you are or where you've been. All you misfits, you'll fit right in. 'Cause this is where we all go when we don't want to go home. Slide in the vinyl booths and load up on greasy food. There's nothing you can hide underneath fluorescent lights, but we're all drunk, so it's alright. Come on in, they're
so good. I freaking love that. I just realized that we didn't take a picture really quick.
Oh.
So I have this Polaroid camera.
Oh my goodness.
And I hope it still has
And
film.
it's mint green.
It is. Isn't it pretty?
Wow.
Yes. So we're going to see if it still has film. If not, then we'll...
Okay.
Nope, it's out of film.
Oh, well.
Dang it! I kind of had a feeling, but it's okay. I've got film. Here. I'll do it on the next, on your
Okay,
on
on
your
my
next
next song you can-
Yes.
you can
Because
go find some film.
I'll go and I think that's it over there. But
Yeah, it looks like it.
yep, that's it. Okay, but I'll do it on your next song.
Okay.
They're all requesting this one because this is the most country song I've ever written.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
I wrote it with Renee Wall. She actually ended up recording the original version that we wrote, which, because we rewrote it, because the original version, somebody in a bar said, I overheard them say, man, whiskey smells like bad decisions. And I was like, yoink. Yeah, so, but that seemed like too funny of a title for what we ended up coming up with, like musically and lyrically. But she did the original version.
Nice.
Which I'm like, okay. I mean, she put it on a record and everything. But this is the rewritten version. So if you want to hear both versions, go ahead and look up. I think it was on her latest album, or maybe second latest. But it's called, hers is called Whiskey Smells Like Bad Decisions. Mine is called When I Drink Whiskey. So. I've been careful. Oh, sorry. I've been careful. I'm just gonna start over. Not to think about you. What's that, Baby Money and Wesley? And I keep the door locked on the cabinet in the cellar. 'Cause I know that if I didn't, I'd be drinking and my tears would keep falling. And I'd end up in some stranger's room, drowning in memories of you. When I drink whiskey, I make bad decisions. Oh, and trust me, I don't need help making those. I've been doing all I can, it's calling me again, and I can't seem to keep this key hidden. When I drink whiskey, I make bad decisions. You used to come home always later than you should have, and you'd reek of liquor. Oh, and some other woman's perfume. So I finally packed a bag and had the strength to walk away from you, darling. But you showed
Yeah, I heard that Monday. I love that.
yeah.
I love that. But whiskey always lets you in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Did you like this film?
Yes. Yes, thank you.
So
It's
I don't know what to do. So do you want something pensive and philosophical?
Oh.
Or something...
Yeah, we kind of have time for like one more each, so.
Oh, one more each?
Yeah,
Oh, well
it's
then
that.
I'll do the big finale.
There you go.
Okay. That makes it easy.
Hey, there you go. Any corporate machines watching this?
My favorite way to introduce this song is a quote that, paraphrasing something Mark Twain said. Good judgment comes from experience, which comes from bad judgment.
Yep. Sorry.
I knew this day would come when she would want you back. I thought we'd have some fun and let it go at that. I'm glad it all worked out. I know she's what you need, but now what do I do about the way you get to me? I wish I'd never known the taste of your lips, the shiver of my skin beneath your fingertips. 'Cause I'm still aching to hold a man who'll never be my own. Now that it's ended, it would have been better if I'd never known. It hit me late one night, my head resting on your chest, rising and falling with the rhythm of your breath. Your hand brushed through my hair. I felt such perfect peace, and I knew right then and there that I was in too deep. I wish I'd never known the taste of your lips, the shiver of my skin beneath your fingertips. 'Cause I'm still aching to hold a man who'll never be my own. Now that it's ended, it would have been better if I'd never known. Someday you'll be a lovely memory, but right here in this moment, if it was up to me, I wish I'd never known the taste of your lips, the shiver of my skin beneath your fingertips. 'Cause I'm still aching to hold a man who'll never be my own. Now that it's ended, it would have been better if I'd never known. Now that it's ended, it would have been better if I'd never
Yeah.
known.
Alice, thank you so much for the for the concert window tips. Alice sent us a few bucks on concert window.
Well, Alice.
All right, here we go. Here we're gonna do two One is going to go. I'm making like a collage thing.
Cool.
With all of them, and whoever gives the most super hearts on Periscope gets their name at the bottom, and whoever tips the most on Concert Window, it's gonna be Alice again tonight. But I get to see her in a week, so I'm gonna give her all of hers in person. She's gotten a bunch of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
She gets the collages.
No, I'm gonna give her
The photo.
a bunch of because yes. So hold on.
All right.
We're doing this. Okay, and then we do one more. See, there's a mirror on there, which helps us figure out where to point the camera. Okay, one more. There you go. All right. So now once they load, I had one, an old, when I was little, we had a Polaroid. And
They were all the rage.
oh, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so now we get to see what they look like. But yeah, so whoever tips the most on Concert Window, we will sign it. We're going to sign it after.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and both of them get signed. And whoever tips the most on Concert Window is going to get a physical copy of this.
Sweet.
Mailed to them or presented when I see you in person. I'll see you next week, Alice. And then whoever tips the most on Periscope, whoever does the most super hearts on Periscope, will get their name down here.
All right.
Their username will get
Very
down
nice.
here, and then it'll be on the collage that I'm making.
Awesome.
So I need to find a really good design like on Pinterest or something, because I know that they have good designs for Polaroid, you know.
I have never figured out how to use Pinterest.
Oh man, I if I get on Pinterest, I'm on there for hours.
Yeah,
just
it's probably
finding
another
stuff and
rabbit
pinning
hole I
stuff.
don't need to go down.
It's but it also they're like pin boards. So you create like themed pin boards, and like so if you're like planning something, you know, or like I have like a pin board where I'll pin, you know, fashion ideas for like my live shows and stuff.
Gotcha.
And so I'll find like different pieces of clothing and or like hats or like, you know, like the shoulder things, the epaulets.
And you find those on Pinterest, or you find them? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it'll
then you
show
can
you
pin
more
them to
like
your
that,
board?
and you can pin them to your board, and then other
Okay.
people can see it on their feed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a whole.
Yeah, it sounds like, you know, a rabbit hole.
Absolutely a rabbit hole, but one that I need to go down because it's got. You know, for this especially, that's the place to find it. Like I can look it up online, but it's gonna lead me to Pinterest.
There you go.
Yes. Get the third album. Yes, that's on my website. So I have 2 albums out on Amazon, iTunes, and Spotify. And then I've got another EP that I just recently released. It's just like a little 4th song, because my Christmas song is on that album.
Oh,
My Christmas song is probably one of my favorite songs I've ever written.
cool.
Yeah, it's written from the perspective of a Christmas tree.
Oh my gosh.
And it's called Take Me Home for Christmas.
Oh,
Right? But I like the way that it's written, like I wanted it to be, you know, so that people didn't necessarily know that it was written from the perspective of a Christmas tree. Like it could be a relationship.
person, yeah. Sweet.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm going to play this one. So we are on the last song. Thank you guys so much. How come you don't know what? You don't know what? Pinterest? You have a Pinterest. You know about Pinterest. We're friends on Pinterest, Mom. Kylan and I will sometimes send each other stuff, but... about my third album? I told you about that. Anyways. Okay, here we go. This song is called Fat Lady Singin', and I always do it last because it ain't over till the fat lady sings, right?
There you go.
And so this is actually a co-write that I was brought in on. So I wasn't originally one of the original writers on this song. They had written it already, and then they're like, something's not quite right with it. And so they heard me do a song called Lady About Town, which is on my first album. And it has like this part where it goes, woo! You know, so she's like, oh man, that would be perfect for this like song that's like kind of based off of an opera, you know, thing. So I came in and helped them rewrite the song, and you know, came up with my own similar melody.
Okay.
And we ended up coming up with this. So I did it with Josh. For years she watched him eyeing every girl that walked by him. Now it's hit the fan and flying. She saw the lipstick on his neck. He swore it was just that once. He'd win back her trust, but she caught him on the rug with a young busty brunette. She lost her head, she could hear the fat lady singing. The curtain dropped so fast it's swinging. They'll be back the soprano at the devil's piano. 'Cause he's going down 6 feet underground. 'Cause the fat lady's singing now. Whoa. She showed her seat to the door, said marriage is worth fighting for. They made love like never before. Then she played possum while he slept. Sunrise lit the final act. Poison pancakes, coffee black. She set the tray upon his lap and fed him breakfast in bed. Ding dong, he's dead. She could hear the fat lady singing. The curtain dropped so fast it's swinging. They'll be belting soprano at the devil's piano. 'Cause he's going down 6 feet underground. 'Cause the fat lady's singing. Singing now. Sunday's front page paper read. Pancakes and passion leave one man dead. If she's sorry, it sure don't show. She's chirping like a bird down on death row. She could hear the fat lady singing. The curtain dropped so fast it's swinging. They'll be bouncing soprano at the devil's piano. 'Cause he's going down 6 feet underground. 'Cause the fat lady is singing. Yeah. Yeah. So, I actually on the recording, I had my friend Stephanie Howerton. She studied opera at Belmont, and so she's singing in the background.
Oh wow, that's so
over
cool.
like the ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Thanks,
that.
Alice. All right.
I like it that she ends up on death row.
Yeah. See, I mean, if the story, you know, ends in, because I do write quite a few murder songs, but usually, you know, it's not like none of them are condoning murder, and or you know, and if it actually happens in, you know, the story, there's usually repercussions, you know, and it's not a good outcome. Yeah, so like I have another song called Murder Ballad Blues, which was actually, so I have a song called Till the Reaper Comes, which came first.
Okay.
And that one is, you know, it's like, I'm gonna tie you up on the train tracks, you know, but it never actually happens in the song. It's all, I'm gonna.
Okay.
So, and then there's like a sequel to that song, called Murder Ballad Blues, where, you know, she ends up in jail because because one of her songs came true. And so, spoiler, it was a fan. Any of you, don't ever do that. Don't ever make one of my songs come true, please. Yeah.
Not the murder ballads, anyway.
Exactly.
The ones about hitting the lottery, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
well, this has been fun.
thank you so much for coming and joining me. And
I had a blast, and it's just fun hanging out with you, and
Yeah.
especially getting to hear your beautiful songs.
yes, yeah. I mean, like I'm writing a whole bunch of fairy tale villain songs. So if you want to think of what fairy tale villain you might want to write a song from the perspective of.
Okay.
Or if you've got an idea on a twist for a story which basically makes the hero the villain and the villain the hero. That's kind of what I've been trying to do.
Okay, I gotta reach back into my
Yeah.
story
So now
fairy
I've got
tales.
Snow White's a vampire. The
Yeah.
queen was just trying to save her kingdom, and I've got Ariel, the Little Mermaid, was a siren, and the sea witch saved the prince's life by taking away her voice, because that's what sirens use to lure sailors to their death.
Oh, okay. Oh, I gotcha. Oh.
She traded her legs for a voice, for her voice, and then.
Oh, she traded her voice. She gave her voice to the octopus lady
the
in
sea
order
witch,
to have
yep.
legs. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I remember that. And
Which really probably saved the prince's life. I'm just saying.
hey, there you go. Things aren't always the way they seem.
Exactly. So I mean, yeah, I'm coming up with one for Cinderella too, where she's like some sort of fire nymph or fire spirit or something, where she sets stuff on fire, and so like all she would have to do for glass slippers is walk through sand. And the reason she couldn't go to the festival or to the ball was because she might set everything on fire, and she was constantly covered in cinders and ashes.
Ah, okay. All right.
Yeah. So, good on the stepmother, if that was the case, keeping her as contained as she could. And maybe like somebody helped her try to manage her powers but could only do it, for so long.
Yeah.
The midnight curfew.
That makes sense.
Yep. Like an X-Men. You don't know X-Men?
No,
they all each of them have powers, and they go to the school to help learn how to control them.
Oh, very good.
Essentially. Yeah. Superpowers.
But Hogwarts for the Marvel universe.
Yeah. So
Right.
anyways, thank you, Barbara, so much.
Thank you so much. I've had a blast. I've really enjoyed this.
Good. This is like one of my favorite times of the week. I always have so much fun with my guests, and I get to share, music that I love and people that I love with other people that I love online. So thank you guys so much for being here. If you're going to be on Twitch tomorrow, probably I'm shooting for like 11 a.m. at the latest, because I have to go into the studio tomorrow, and I want to make sure that I've got the time to do and watch the replay. So I'm
That's
going to do it in the
the most
morning.
fun thing, isn't it? Going in the studio.
Yeah. Well, I'm. Do you know Stacy K. Black?
Yeah,
yeah.
I do.
Yeah, she's hiring me, and I freaking love her.
Yeah.
But she's hiring me and Jennifer Friend. Jennifer Friend has a freaking amazing voice. She plays downtown with a band a lot.
Okay.
I think a lot of time at now I can't even remember. It's the name of the bar. I think it starts with a B. I don't know. I don't remember the name of it, but anyways.
Yeah. And so is she doing something?
Yeah, we're singing one of her songs with her.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah.
It's like a girl power song.
She used one of my songs in a film she did about Nashville.
Yeah. Yes, tomorrow is Music Block Day. Oh, yeah, I probably will still be broadcasting then, huh? You're right. Dang it. We'll have to see. And I think I can end the stream on my phone. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do. But anyways, yes. So.
The music will go on.
I know. Yes, I'm performing on Periscope on the Music Block as well. which they do every Thursday on Periscope. They have a bunch of musicians scheduled throughout the day.
Oh, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, but I should be going from 9 to 10:30, so 11 o'clock should be feasible. And I can, like, you know, eat breakfast or whatever while I'm watching, because I'm not going to be, they won't be seeing me. They'll just
there
be,
you go.
you know, watching my comments. So 11 a.m. Central Time should be feasible. So, assuming she still has me on at 9 a.m. Anyways, so I will let you guys go. Thank you so much. Yeah. I was thinking, I'm like, who should we raid? Wait, we're not live on Twitch. On Twitch, you can raid people and send all of your viewers over to somebody else.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I got raided earlier today. Which
How
is
nice.
awesome. Yes. Bye, Barbara. So awesome to hear your music, right? Right?
Thank you.
Yes. And Alice says, Auburn has the best guests. You're right, Alice. I
She
do.
does.
I'm picky.
She's awesome.
Thanks. I am picky, though. I typically...
You
know,
have to be.
Yeah.
You have to be.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, in this town, like, there's so much ridiculous talent.
There is. And a lot of really mediocre people, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But, I mean, I tend to try and, you know,
yeah.
the ones that I'm like, oh my gosh, you're really good, let's be friends.
Well, let's be friends.
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
Absolutely.
All right,
Yes.
good.
All right, thank you guys so much. I will see you all next time.